In response to the ongoing priest abuse scandal, the Diocese of Covington now says 2 former FBI agents are leading an independent review of church records.
The I-Team learned about the review after we requested an interview and information from the diocese in response to a 3-month-long investigation about priests accused of sexual abuse, which will air right here next week.
But as Chief Investigative Reporter Craig Cheatham explains, critics say this new review may lack the type of disclosure provided by most dioceses in the country.
I'm uncomfortable with putting this onto television. I'm uncomfortable with coming forward. I'd rather hide in the shadows, too.
Instead, Matt Connolly says he's shining a light on what he believes is a critical lack of transparency in the Diocese of Covington.
The thing that 75% of the bishops are doing around our country is putting out lists of credibly accused priests. Our bishop doesn't want to do that. And that's not a good enough response.
On Wednesday, the diocese announced an independent review of church records is underway. The goal is to continue to assure the priests and people that the Diocese of Covington has, as far as is humanly possible, addressed the scourge of sexual abuse of minors by its priests. But Connolly, a former chair of the diocese's Sexual Abuse Committee, says the bishop has refused to publicly name priests credibly accused of sexually abusing a child.
This is easily done. This is information that he has and has had for a number of years.
Records obtained by the I-Team show this is at least the 3rd review of diocesan records in the last 25 years. In 2003, Bishop Foys said 30 priests in that diocese alone had credible allegations of child sexual abuse. The I-Team's investigation found one former priest who was convicted and sentenced to a year in jail for crimes against a 16-year-old boy. The ex-priest was supervised by the diocese and still lives here, but Bishop Foys refuses to identify him.
Isn't it obvious how bad that is?
Bishop Foys has declined the I-Team's requests for comment. Connolly believes the bishop is committed to helping abuse survivors, but without naming the priests who have substantiated allegations. Connolly says the diocese is denying survivors an important public validation that will help them heal.
That allows people to come forward. That allows someone to look in and say, wait, I see that's the person that hurt me. I can go get help. That's important.
A year ago, the U.S. Bishops' National Review Board recommended that, at a minimum, dioceses should publicly identify all clergy who have been credibly accused of sexual abuse. Since then, dozens of dioceses have added names of priests to lists posted on their websites. Tanya?
Well, we know that you're going to stay on top of this, and we look forward to next week's stories as well. Thanks, Craig.